Greetings, collective. Today I'm doing a reading for all signs. Welcome aboard. Hope you're doing well today, vibing high. Looks like you've got a little excitement coming into your life. Looks like somebody is being playful with you, possibly. You may not feel like this person's serving you right, though. They might be coming into your life in a playful mood and then disappearing, backing away. It's just their character. I don't see anything suspicious in it. This person likes to have a good time, though. They're pretty spontaneous, this person. So I feel this is the person in your energy. You're not feeling like you're getting your justice out of this, though. It could be one-sided, where you feel they're, happier or more well-entertained than you are. So you might be a little suspicious of their activities. Yeah, the relationship is moving slow. This could also tell me that maybe you have two people in your life here. A Knight of Wands and a Knight of Pentacles. Or it could tell me that this Knight of Wands is just not moving in your direction quick enough. But they do mean well. Well, you would know, but let's take some more cards and we'll figure it out. Okay. Yeah, you're not getting your justice because you don't think there's an equal balance in this relationship. The person in your energy, the one you care about, whether it be the Knight of Wands here or the Knight of Pentacles, they're both two different people. Very different. One is pragmatic and logical and slow-moving. The other one is kind of devil-may-care. Let's just have a ball kind of attitude. You may have been breadcrumbed. You might be feeling you're getting breadcrumbed by the Nine of Pentacles, the slow one. Maybe it's you that's the Eight of Wands and you're just used to having a good time, having things moved along quickly. But whatever the case, you don't feel like the relationship is fair and balanced. Yeah. You don't think that this Knight of Wands is heading in the right direction either. So you might have two situations that you're not happy with. Or it could be that this is a rough reading today. Knight of Wands is moving too slow for you. You should, yeah, that could be true also. That they're just moving too slow. And you feel like they might be heading away from you, moving in the wrong direction. You might have had a quarrel with somebody. This might have upset you. Something is upsetting you. You feel disturbed. Yeah. I think there's something possibly standing in the way here of your happiness. I'm going to look at this Knight of Pentacles as the energy right now. It's moving slow. It's just one person. We'll look at it as one person. I could be wrong. And we'll probably find out more as the cards are laying out. So there has to be some changes made. Now, there's a big possibility that things can get straightened out between you and the person in your energy. I think there's just been some confusion. You're wondering why they're moving so slow. They seem to be a fun-loving, devil-may-care person, but maybe you just don't feel they're serious enough. You feel like you're being breadcrumbed. There's no equal balance. You're being watched, though. They're watching you closely. Now, if this person that you have in your energy, have on your mind, is a playful, happy-go-lucky, loves to travel, just likes to have a good time person, fun personality, but they also have this Knight of Pentacles energy, they could be, more serious than you believe. So they may be in a lot of contemplation over this. They're watching you, that's for sure. They want to make it happen. They feel that they could have a brand new day with you. That you could maybe even start a family, but the way you're feeling is you're feeling doubtful because it looks like there's been some kind of conflict. You feel like they're moving away. But to me, the way the cards are laid out here, this person is still headed in your direction. There's been some confusion, though. There's been some possibly mental... Yeah, you've been a little mental over this, Libra. Just wondering what's going on, We had fun. Well, they're a great person. Why are they moving slow now? Why aren't they picking up the pace? Okay. Yeah. You feel like you've been left out in the cold and that possibly this person on your mind is dealing with someone else romantically. Yeah, you're a little, you're in some turmoil over that, some mental turmoil. You just don't think it's fair. You can't understand why this thing isn't coming together. Yeah, you suspect that they've been out partying with other people, having a good time without you. And that has got to be weighing on you, Libra. That's causing a lot of mental conflict and some sadness. Maybe a little feeling of desperation. Yeah, you're having your doubts. You are definitely having your doubts. This is something that you hope to manifest into your world, into your life, but now you're kind of feeling a little powerless. It seems to be that this could be in your imagination. You're overthinking. Because this person still is coming towards you. Some things have to change, but that doesn't mean you're not going to get your day in the sun with this person. Okay. Somebody might be kind of investigating your past. This, like I say, this King of Pentacles here, he's pragmatic, he's thorough. Or she, no gender in the cards, I say that all the time. They might be worried about your past, worried about where you've been, what you've done. And so they want to study your character. They want to find out everything they can about you. You may not know this is going on, but I believe, yes, they are, finding out everything they can about you. Which, I don't know, that could be a good thing or a bad thing. You would know. When you started to feel like you were being pushed out into the cold, and started to have these ideas, or you actually found out that your person was messing around, that's when your defenses came up and you put up some walls, some barriers. Because you're not getting, it's not balanced. You're not getting your justice. So you're going, man, I can't deal with this. You know, I've got to stand my ground here. You know. And there might be some opposition around you too as well. People throwing their 2 cents in, and you don't need that. But you're setting up some barriers here. Yeah. I think you're trying to heal. Whatever you found out about this person, it kind of broke your heart, didn't it? So, you know, but that 3 of Swords is in reverse. Yeah, so it looks like this is 2 people up here. This Knight of Pentacles is coming toward you. He's investigating you. He's trying to figure out, or she is trying to figure out, you know, if you guys would be a good match. And then this other one in your past is, yeah, the one we've been talking about, who put you out in the cold, or, you know, cheated on you or whatever, but hurt you emotionally, could have broke your heart. You've got a wall up against that, you know, in between you and that person now. Set some boundaries. Yeah, you're not going to let anybody juggle you anymore. No, you're going to look for all the red flags. Oh my goodness. Yeah. This Knight of Pentacles coming in is looking at you as a mate. That's why they're investigating you. They might seem kind of aloof and standoffish, but they're interested. Yeah, they see you. They're looking at you, you know, to find out if you're husband or wife material here. You're ready to take action. You know, you're ready to find a new love. If an emperor comes into your life, I'm sure you will be attracted to him, or an empress. And that's what's going on here. They're looking back, they're investigating your past, and I don't think they're having any trouble with learning about you. In fact, the more they find out about you, actually, the more they're impressed by you. They know that you're a person of action. And you're ready to take action in some direction. They're probably hoping it'll be towards them, but they're feeling a little insecure. They just want to know. This is possibly just a really fresh, new relationship getting ready to blossom here. Yeah, you've been praying for a better day. This upset your world. This Knight of Wands up here. A lot of it could have been in your head. But you look like you're healing from what happened to you. Yeah, you're working on yourself. You could be focusing on work too. Just trying to keep your mind off of everything. I think maybe you're thinking about this Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, they want to flirt with you. You might have already flirted with this person made contact, had a few laughs. You know, the feeling was light, didn't get too serious, but there was an attraction. I'm getting that. I'm getting that you've already met this person on a new basis, like they're a new person. After coming out of a bitter relationship over here that turned sour on you and hurt you, yeah, you know what? They're coming to a conclusion. They're making up their mind. It looks like they've made up their mind about you. They've studied you. They've taken their time. They've moved real slow. There are sparks, fireworks between you, and good ones, And they've thought about it, and it looks like they've come to a conclusion. What is that conclusion? The conclusion is, well, cards are telling me that you want to take a leap of faith towards this person. You're not, you haven't been real comfortable, maybe not yourself, ever since you had this relationship that went wrong here. So you've been praying for a brighter day. You want a fresh start. You'd really like to shake the past and move on in a brighter direction, happier, more free. Maybe you've been pent up, felt like you're under control or in jail or in prison or something. You're just so pent up that now you just want to be free. Because you haven't been feeling yourself. You want to get back to yourself. This energy could actually be throwing your focus off your work. If you feel like you're not making as much money as you used to or something, it could be, you're not focused enough. You're not able to put enough creative energy into your projects because of this emotional disturbance. And now you've got some excitement coming up. Somebody to flirt with here. Somebody who has been paying close attention to you, whether you know it or not. Maybe in the background because they're so damn slow. I think the person that you're dealing with, even though they may seem very grounded and solid, and they may not talk a lot, they might just be kind of quiet sometimes, and then other times they might express themselves, but not as much as you do. But they are sensitive. They're a very sensitive person. So they may have been hurt before, they don't want to get hurt again. They're slow in handing you their cup of love. Let me put it that way. They're kind of stingy, with their love. They got to make sure that they're giving it to the right person. They've come to a conclusion. Wow. They may not feel, actually, that they deserve you. They might not feel quite worthy of you. You might be thinking you don't feel worthy of them. But this person thinks highly of you. I mean, I feel like there's a spiritual connection here between you and this person, this new person coming in. So you couldn't get any justice from the, who is it over here? Knight of Wands? Yeah, Knight of Wands. But things are going to, and you may not feel like you're getting justice with this new person either, because they're slow and everything, meticulous. But they're just sensitive. They don't want to get hurt. And there could actually be a spiritual tie between you and this person. A pre-existing tie, a destiny thing. But, or you could just be, they could be learning, they could be becoming spiritual from your energy. You're forming a spiritual connection. Wow. So this looks really good. Those of you who have somebody new coming in, and you're feeling a little cautious or a little uncertain or whatever, they're just moving slow. It's their nature, it's their character, and they're trying to be careful. They want to make sure that you're the one. And it looks like they've come to a conclusion that you are the one. They've made their judgment that you're the one. What does this say? Okay. Now, if your person here, the one that's going to be beneficial to you, in a relationship, if they're not texting you on time or contacting you on time, and you're getting worried about that because you think they're moving away from you, no, they're not. But let them miss you. Don't text them a lot. Don't do anything like that because you don't want them to think you're desperate or needy or anything like that. Just let them miss you. They'll get back to you. They will get back to you. If they don't, after a few days go by or whatever, give them a text or a call and just see what's going on with them. Be forward. Just say, what are you doing? Haven't heard from you. Sometimes when people take this silence, they get silence, you have all kinds of doubts and feelings if they're leaving you or walking away or they're not interested or whatever. A lot of times it's because they're feelings for you. They don't know how to deal with them. Silence could actually be good for you on your side because not always are they running away. Sometimes they're just, in contemplation of their feelings. They get a little insecure. They get a little nervous. They might go to text you and they go, oh no, I don't know what to say right now. Let me think this out some more. It's that kind of a thing. So don't let them miss you so that you don't seem needy, but I wouldn't worry so much when your phone goes silent or you get left unread. That doesn't always mean something negative. Sometimes that can be positive. Because a lot of times the more they're silent, the more they're thinking about you. The past party treated you horribly unfair. We know that. And you may be thinking that this new person's going to treat you terribly unfair, or they are treating you terribly unfair too, but they're not. It's a completely different person than the one you were dealing with before. Very different. Yeah. I don't think, I think you've been suffering for lack of affection. Collective. No one seems to have ever given you enough affection, the affection that you need. And I think this new person coming in, they're sensitive, they're affectionate, but you just haven't felt it yet. You haven't been comfortable yet. Because you can feel that, it's not all there. And that's because they're just not sure. But it looks like they will be. Some of you might be really busy. Some of you might be going back to school to complete a mission that something that you're really into. Well, that might be taking up some of your time. I see some time consumption here being, maybe time is the issue. It's hard to get together with this slowpoke too, because everybody's busy. They're busy, you're busy. Now this last person, they really miss you because you were their rock. They felt that you'd always be there and they could always count on you. But they had control issues. They were insecure. They wanted to party a lot. They were a attention getter. But they probably got jealous or just wanted to make sure you were under control. But you want to be independent. Yes, you do. I think you like your independence. You want to be independent, but you're just not feeling yourself now. You're somewhat independent right now. You've got this past one over here, and you got this new one here. You're in the middle, still feeling a little discontentment and maybe just some boredom, wishing the whole thing would pick up and get going. Yeah. You might feel like you need more romance too. You need, affection. You need romance. You were in a relationship that wasn't very romantic, and you want romance. I think you'd like to be with, they say that women like bad guys, I don't know why they do, but men don't especially want bad women. But, if you were dealing with a bad guy, if you're a gal, it just there wasn't enough romance in it for you. You might enjoy this sensitive Knight of Pentacles here more. They may be a little bit more romantic. Well, you've got a smooth talker around you that's about to be exposed. You might know who that is. I don't see it as the new person. Could be someone else or the past person here. Actually, I think your past person, the one that hurt you, would like to get back together with you. But they're nervous about meeting up because they know how they messed up. Now they've hurt you and you're trying to heal from that. You've got somebody here that's pulling on your energy, looks like. You really don't want to go there with them anymore. You just want to move ahead with this new person. You'd like to. But you want some romance, and they better hurry up and start laying on the romance. Somebody actually was really hoping and praying for you to enter their life, and then they denied you. And that was painful. Yes, see, that's why you felt like you were left out in the cold. And then you decided that they were probably dealing with somebody else. So you're not putting up with any more BS. That's over. You're not going to be, let's see, what was it? First of all. Well, anyway, you're not going to put up with anything. You're going to watch for the red flags. You've already set barriers with this past person over here. A few more of these. You're looking better. You're looking great these days, as a matter of fact. Collective. And it's okay to spend some money on yourself if you want to go out and get on a new look, some new clothes, you know, whatever. You want to buy a new car? You got the money, you can have it in your budget, go for it. It's okay. Birthday month coming up anyway. Well, no, that's somebody else. Got you confused with my Libra readings. Libra birthday month coming up. You know, but once you got with this past person, they really didn't have that much to offer. They were in and out. You know, that couldn't have been very fun for you, or let's see here. Yeah, you just got caught up in a very disturbing situation. You might feel a little disturbed right now, too, because this Knight of Pentacles just isn't moving fast enough for you. But believe me, they have some real ideas about you. Like I said, they were looking at you. They're looking at you as marriage material, keeping you in their life for longevity here. Anyway, we'll look at this story some more next time, like we always do. Until then, collective, peace and love to you.